Hulk versus Wolverine. It's one of the most iconic fights you can ask for in comics, and it's a fight we've seen play out countless times before. But in a fight so iconic, well, has it actually ever even been close? Who really should be winning this fight every time? Let's get into it. Now let me tell you, there's one thing the Hulk is, well, the Hulk is strong. So strong, in fact, there have been several moments where Hulk has been fighting against another dude, and each time he's been shaking the entire world with his punches. The whole world, causing earthquakes around the world. There have been other times where Hulk is generating enough power to hold back a planet-destroying threat, or strong enough to support the weight of a whole star. During his World Breaker phase, well, Hulk was so powerful that, first off, none of the Avengers could even get close to him, much less stop him. And second, he was so powerful that he was threatening to level Manhattan and destroy the entire East Coast with each step that he took. Another time when he was on Sakaar, the planet was threatening to break apart, rip right in two. And so Hulk just decided to jump on down there, dive to the center of the planet, and held the planet together. And then another time, while Hulk was back in his World Breaker phase, he was in a whole different dimension and fighting against Red She-Hulk. And they were going at it. So much so, Hulk literally destroyed the planet they were on, and some of the surrounding moons, just from the shockwave of its attack. So, literally, a world breaker. If there's one thing the big guy is known for, it's strength, and he has a ton of it. Same with durability. He can take countless punches from Hercules, can take an absurd amount of attacks from Thor, can battle against Sentry, or sometimes even several of those guys all at once, and not go down, just refuse to quit. And all these guys are packing planetary level strength too. Probably way more than that if we're being honest. And it's not like Hulk is limited to just that either. He's taken magical energy that was said to be 100 times stronger than Hercules' strongest punch. He's taken energy attacks that can easily destroy planets, and if anything ever does injure him, well, Hulk can almost immediately heal from it, like just in an instant. It's even so much so that a future version of the Hulk, Maestro, implied that he could heal and return to life if he was literally reduced to a fine powder. And as the immortal Hulk, well, Hulk is literally that, immortal. Even if you do manage to kill him, which is dang near impossible, his healing factor is one of the best in comics. Well, Hulk will just come back from death itself. He's literally unkillable. James Logan Howlett is Wolverine, a mutant but one of the most important members of the X-Men. Born in the 1800s with a remarkable healing factor, Logan has lived a lot of life, being a soldier, a samurai, an outlaw, and a living weapon formed by Task Force X. But now, Wolverine is at his best as a hero, working with both the X-Men and the Avengers to protect humanity and mutant kind from all sorts of threats. Being a mutant, well, one of Wolverine's mutant powers is superhuman abilities like super strength and speed. He's comparable in a lot of ways to Captain America himself, the original super soldier. And Logan's been able to actually overpower and throw around Spider-Man, Sabretooth. He's even literally thrown around Colossus before. He's able to easily tear through metal, snap steel chains. He's routinely able to pick up hundreds of pounds or even a few tons with relative ease, and has absolutely no problem with throwing around superhumans with his punches, even up to and including the likes of Vision and Namor. Yeah, Wolverine is surprisingly strong. He's also surprisingly fast. Like, Wolverine's got no problem with moving way faster than his opponents can even keep up with. And that even includes other superhumans, like Spider-Man, who's maybe the fastest and most agile street-level character in Marvel. Well, he's routinely surprised and caught off guard by Wolverine's speed and reflexes. He's able to routinely dodge or block bullets or laser blasts headed his way, even after the bullet's been fired or at point blank range. But of course, to be fair, Wolverine doesn't always use this type of speed in fights. He can when he needs to, but he very rarely needs to dodge attacks because he knows he can always just simply take the attack and heal from it. In fact, sometimes he likes to take a few attacks at the start of a fight to get the blood flowing and get amped up, or he'll sometimes simply press the attack and go all offense and not have to worry about defense at all. And that leads into Wolverine's greatest power, his healing factor and durability. His skeleton is covered entirely in adamantium, which means that he literally cannot be cut or torn apart. And trust me, plenty of people have tried. It also greatly increases his durability too. Like Wolverine's been kicked clean around the world, been just fine. He's taken all sorts of punches and attacks from some of the strongest beings on Earth, ranging from Hulk to Thor to plenty more, and he's been just fine. He can take bullets absolutely no problem. It really doesn't even faze him. He's able to keep on fighting while being all stabbed up or turned into a pincushion. Doesn't really do much. He's kept on fighting after having his heart destroyed on multiple occasions. He can heal and come back from literal disintegration. The guy's even survived nuclear bombs several times over. Wolverine is dang near impossible to put down. He might be injured, but Logan is always going to heal from it, and he's always going to come back, no matter what. And it's not just that Wolverine is this raging brute who solely relies on his healing factor, although he definitely does act like this from time to time. But he's actually one of the most skilled fighters and best warriors in the whole Marvel universe. His adamantium claws are able to shred through anything in their path. They can pierce through Hulk, Thor, Thanos, Gladiator, and as for less durable opponents, well, Wolverine can slice and dice them into little pieces in an instant. No problem. He's said to be an extremely deadly fighter, renowned across the universe for his skill. And he's skilled enough to casually defeat master martial artists and hold his own or even beat the likes of Captain America, Black Panther, Iron Fist, and Shang-Chi. So literally some of the best fighters in Marvel. And he only gets more dangerous and more deadly in his Berserker Rage. It's where he goes hyper violent, becomes even more powerful and even more deadly, instantly overwhelming most any opponent in his path. And it's like compressing days of non-stop fighting into just a few minutes or seconds. In short, Wolverine is the best at what he does. And what he does isn't pretty. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. So Hulk and Wolverine have been intrinsically linked from the very beginning. Wolverine actually first appeared back in Hulk 181 as a Hulk villain. They've had countless fights since then. But let's be honest with ourselves. While it's definitely a cool matchup, invincible guy with unbreakable claws versus giant super strong monster, it's never actually been a close matchup. Wolverine has never really stood a chance in a fair fight. And that's really the key, a fair fight. Because Wolverine and Hulk have fought plenty of different times, and Hulk has won some and Wolverine has won some. But pretty much every time that Wolverine has won the fight, well, there's a pretty good reason for him winning, outside of the fact that he was just the stronger and better fighter that day. Like Wolverine fought the Cho version of the Hulk in the Savage Land and actually got a victory over him, stabbing him through the head and taking him out of the fight. But that was right after Hulk had just gotten done fighting against a giant gorilla. Hulk thought Wolverine was on his side, and Hulk recovered just a few moments later and was pretty pissed off about it. Old Man Logan has fought against Maestro a few times, even managed to kill him. But that's an alternate old version of Wolverine fighting against an alternate old version of Hulk. It doesn't really pertain to the main heroes we're talking about here. And that also includes when Old Man Logan managed to kill another Hulk and the whole Hulk gang. But of course that came about because the Hulk literally ate Logan and wasn't too bothered with killing him first because he forgot about his healing factor, which is what allowed Wolverine to take him down from the inside out. Basically, there really aren't too many instances of Wolverine beating the Hulk in what you would call a fair fight. But the Hulk has definitely won his fair share before and won them fair and square. In the Ultimates universe, the fight between Wolverine and Hulk starts out with Logan waking up in the snow and realizing that he can't feel his legs, only to get a flashback of Wolverine literally being torn in two by the Hulk. He then catches the scent of his legs, only to find out they're 10 miles up a mountain. There was a what-if story where Hulk and Wolverine fought against each other, and Hulk killed Wolverine with just one good punch. And Hulk basically did the same thing when he fought Wolverine during World War Hulk. He beat Logan like he had never been beat before, just punching him over and over and over again until there was nothing left and he was down for the count. Even in their very first fight, the one that started it all, and Wolverine's introduction as a character, even in that fight, it doesn't take long for Wolverine to realize that he can't do anything against the Hulk in a fight, and he quickly bows out. It's definitely a classic fight, but it's never been close and never will be close. Hulk is leagues and leagues above Wolverine. He's strong enough to lift mountains and shake planets, powerful enough to fight against whole superhero teams. He one time smashed a woman so hard that they were threatening to destroy an entire dimension. On top of that, the longer and longer any fight goes on, the stronger and stronger Hulk gets. He also has a healing factor easily on par with Wolverine's own, and as of Immortal Hulk, well, he's basically actually immortal. Wolverine has a history of fighting well above his weight class, but there's just no question here. This fight has never even been close, and it never will be close. Hulk wins every single time. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.